I was faithful to my man, but I supported her cheating on you, very much so.
You were faithful? Okay.
Came over and they're flirting, you said?
They flirt in my face.
No!
In my face, they flirt in my
I
face.
have never flirted with this man. I
Laughing,
barely even
giggling.
know him.
You love your
hang out
free
with
time
more
and hanging
than
out
your
with this
son.
dude here. Because
No.
you left Jason for 3 months
Why?
with your
Because
mom
he
and
can
me, so
provide
that I could
better-
take care of
because
him
he
and you
does
take
love
care.
That was my best friend. You made me lose my best friend because
I didn't
of you.
do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Right off the bat, things get heated as Ms. Hadnot, Mr. Matthews, and Mrs. Matthews reveal so many things regarding their relationships.
It wasn't a relationship. It was just like a friendship, and then we ended up sleeping together. But she was at the house where we slept together at.
And so she knew you were interested in him, or you guys had taken your friendship to the next level.
Yes. I feel that she just trifling because she knew from the front that we was together.
How long were you all together in that way?
Just that
How
one
long?
time.
Just that one time?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews?
Yes, y'all.
So you first had an intimate relationship with Miss Hadnot.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you started one with Miss Matthews,
Well, me and
her best friend.
we've been me and my wife been best friends before that.
Your Honor,
She
he
knew.
said they was cousins.
Ma'am,
Both of them.
Wait a minute, they told you they were cousins?
Yes. She
No.
said they was cousins living in
Excuse
the
me.
same house because he had another girlfriend at the house where they was at.
that cousin stuff I never thought James was my cousin. I never said James was my cousin.
It continues with some more confessions, but Mr. Matthews just wants this to happen.
I slept with somebody else around the time that I slept with James, that I could see my son. I slept with another dude, I can admit that. But I also,
And
when James
how-
never
and
asked
how many
me,
days apart did you sleep with this other man?
2 days or 3 days is one of those two.
Don't even know.
So why today are you so convinced that he's the father?
I'm
Holy
not
Ghost.
convinced. I know for a fact who I slept with.
I'm trying to understand.
She's
You were-
always been after money, Your Honor. It's been times where she, can you take me here? Can you take? It's always been about money, finances. She's a gold digger.
So you not only felt like she could have, well, she did sleep with the guy she admits to. You said could be some other people too that she's not admitting to.
Well, if she didn't tell me about that, what else secrets are under the closet? Straight to the point, I want to know if this son is my son.
Mr. Matthews tells the court where his doubts stem from, which Ms. Hadnot counters immediately.
Her mother calling me at the hospital. The name.
What made you doubtful about that?
Well, if somebody's saying they having I'm supposed to be the father, you gonna have them witness to be at the birth. You calling me after somebody else, and then not her mama calling me, telling, oh, you have a baby boy. Why ain't she telling me, okay?
How
you
am I
gonna-
supposed to call him and tell him I had a baby after surgery?
Well, she called me the day
After
before and told me
surgery.
what time, and then I called her earlier
That's
that
the
Miss
day
day.
before.
Hadnot, but Miss Hadnot, now you also didn't tell him that there was another man.
I sure didn't, and I can admit to it. But if you had doubts, you should have been and told me a long time ago. Instead of sitting there
Well,
talking
you
about
should have
it's
been
your
telling
baby.
me you had slept with
You
another
didn't
man.
ask.
I'm supposed to know.
I wasn't in a relationship with you in the first place. You was a one-night stand, and that's what it was.
Yeah, well, so obviously if I was a one-night stand, who else was a one-night stand? So that's why I have doubt. So what kind of woman is that, Your Honor?
And Terry knew the whole time, her dang self.
Mrs. Matthews sheds more light on the situation, revealing more about the nature of her relationship with Ms. Hadnot up until now.
I knew that she was pregnant because, like I said, we were friends. We were close. We lived together. We spent most of our time together and everything. And when she got pregnant, she came and she told me that she was pregnant. I made the mistake and that I was wrong in the beginning for sleeping with James. I didn't intend to fall in love, have a baby, and marry James. That was not my intention at all, and to hurt my best friend.
Yeah, but she has all this going on, and she was my everything. Terry was my heart. I was there for Terry through all her stuff.
And I
no
was
matter
there for
what.
her.
Grandma, through everything, when her grandpa, all that, I was there for Terry.
She was.
And she was there for me, but she betrayed me. So what type of friend is that? No matter what I did and what I did wrong, she was supposed to have my back no matter what. And she still
And I
slept
was,
with
and
him.
I was always there. And to this day, and what she don't understand, I still have her back to this day.
Ms. Hadnot shares with the court how she felt regarding the betrayal from her best friend.
Your best friend comes to you and says, I'm pregnant by the same guy too? What did you think?
To tell you the truth, Your Honor, and I told her straight up, you know what? You can have that, because I never wanted him.
So what was the big deal in the first place? You never wanted me. You pushed me
It
away
don't matter.
since
That
high
was my
school.
best friend. You made me lose my best friend because
I
of
didn't
you.
do nothing. I didn't do nothing. You didn't want me.
She pushed him away. He did
He
have
always
feelings for
had
her.
my back no
And-
matter what.
Always.
No matter what. And that's the reason
Always.
why I feel that we here today.
Always.
Because he said he getting pushed in the ear that, oh, that might not be your baby. Because
I've
at the
never
fact that
seen-
she
So
mad
you
that
feel like
she know I
Ms.
can get him if I
Matthews is
wanted him.
almost fueling
I've
his doubt.
never, not once, denied or said that Jamari was not James' son. I get on James when he get into his feelings about his doubts. And I'll get to saying, James, let's go get Jamari. Let's do this and let's do that. I push that. I'm the one that goes to the door, picks
that's
up
the point.
Jamari, and
She
does
shouldn't
that
have to
stuff.
do-
But it doesn't end there, as Ms. Hadnot continues to reveal her and Mr. Matthews' background and what she wants for her son.
He should
Never
be a man
done.
and come tell me himself.
Well, the
It
type
shouldn't
of
have to go through Terry.
Type of
When he
environment they got,
wants
I'm
it,
trying to stay out
he
of
don't
trouble.
even call and ask for my son.
That's not
I
true.
have to call and ask James, do he want his son? Otherwise, he don't see my son unless he goes to his mama house.
That ain't true.
And so, Ms. Hadnot, in your statement to the court, you stated that you're trying to break a cycle. You want to make sure your son has his father.
Yes, because
you-
my son asks me all the time. He always asks. He even knows everything that's going on. And it's bad when a 4-year-old can come to you and say, Mama, why my daddy don't want me? Why my daddy want a DNA test for me? That doesn't make sense.
Well, obviously-
He's an innocent child. He didn't do nothing to James or to Terry.
You grew up without your
I didn't have
father.
my father at all while I was growing up, at all. Or my mother. So I don't want my son to not have his father. He's supposed to have both of his parents. We need to learn how to get along for Jamari.
After all had been said, the DNA test result reveals
Mr. Matthews, you are the father.
Thank you. I told you. I hate you. I promise.
Okay, you can hate
I'm
me.
done. I don't want my son to be around you.
Hold on. Now, Ms. Hadnot, you just stood here and said that you want to break the cycle. You didn't have
I
a
broke it.
father in your life.
Yes.
And you want to make sure your son has his father. And then as soon as the court reads the result, the first thing out of your mouth is, I don't want you to have anything to do with him. I'll
I
just
don't.
keep being by myself. I think you're hurt, and I think you have a right to be hurt. You had your ace that you always thought you had in your corner, which was Ms. Matthews. And I know what it means to have best friends. And then if that person betrays you, they were your family. You as an adult are having a hard enough time trying to figure it out and deal with it on a daily basis.
Mr. Deggs reveals the shocking betrayal he experienced due to Ms. Guerin cheating on him with these two people.
We were together about a year. At the time, we were moving out of my best friend's apartment. And it was just about that I got the truck loaded up with everything. And I went upstairs to grab my last box, and my best friend at the time pulled me aside and told me him and my brother had both slept with me.
What?
I was hurt.
They both.
Ms. Guerin reacts to the accusations from Mr. Deggs and makes some mind-blowing statements.
He
They both
cheated in the
slept.
very beginning of our relationship. It was even
Now-
before we were a month together
Ms.
when
Guerin,
we first cheated.
boy, before you get to what he did, I want to know, is it true?
Yes, it is true. I do admit that I did do those things. I did cheat on him with his best friend and his brother. I was very young at the time.
Ms. Guerin, how did you end up with his best friend?
Well, honestly, it just happened. I didn't do it out of spite towards him or anything. It's not because I'm a bad person. At the time, I was lacking affection from him. He was never home. He was always...
I work, Your Honor. I work full time to make
Okay,
sure that
and
her
then
nails
after
and
he
her
would
hair
come,
get
after
done
he would get off
to make
work,
sure
he
that she
never
was
came
happier.
home,
What you want me
and
to-
he left me in the apartment all the time with a roommate
I
that
was
he
working.
knew was
Full
attracted
time.
to me and wanted to be with me.
And so you did what? You're home and the best friend's home.
Well, we were drinking, and he was showing interest in me, made me feel pretty, and was giving me everything at the time that Jason was not.
Ms. Guerin further states how she felt after the whole affair, plus what happened again with Mr. Deggs' brother.
Absolutely, I regretted it. It was awkward to know that I was keeping something from my
But you
boyfriend.
slept with my brother, too.
Yes.
You slept with my
after.
best friend and my brother. So if okay, twice the
Ms.
pain?
Guerin,
Yes.
please tell the
Twice
court.
the pain.
How did you end up with his brother too?
His brother, I was really young at the time, and
You
the
keep
best.
talking about how young you were. If you were so young, you shouldn't have been sleeping with everybody.
Okay. Okay.
Now,
That's fair enough.
how How did you end up sleeping with his
That's fair enough.
brother?
It was an attraction. He was paying me the attention that Jason was not.
Because I was
If
at work.
I felt replaceable to Jason.
What did you want me to do?
I felt replaceable to him. So yes, I did look for affection and everything I want in a relationship in somebody else.
I moved you in. You
somebody
paid
else.
nothing. You were taken care of.
You worked for
did.
the
You
newspaper.
moved out of your mom's. Yeah.
So you're
I
like
did work
barely
for the
making it in
newspaper,
an
but still.
apartment.
But I still made sure
All right,
that
let's
you
get
were
some
taken care of.
order.
Cheated
Mr. Diggs.
Mr. Deggs says he's a great dad, as Ms. Goering claims she didn't tell him about the paternity doubt due to this reason.
Decide not to tell Jason right away because I did want the family. I did believe that Jason was going to be a great dad, and that
I
was
am a
something-
great dad. I'm a great dad right now.
Mr. Deggs expresses how important the child is to him after admitting that he didn't have a great childhood.
Have a great childhood. How important is the baby to you?
The baby is the most important in my life the most important thing in my life that's ever been important to me.
Mr. Deggs also shares how he found out he was potentially not the father of the son he had been taking care of for 6 months, leading to this chaos.
I think we were in an argument, and out of nowhere she throws at me, "You're probably not even the daddy of Jason anyway."
No,
I
did not
crumbled right
throw it
there,
at him
started
like
crying.
that. I would never
What?
do that.
You told me after this long that I'm not the daddy and we're in an argument? What is it? Am I the dad or am I not? How you gonna break my heart like that? I love that little boy. And I know what it's like not having a dad there. So I wanted to be everything that I could be.
You love your free time
there
and
for
all
him.
the women that you
No,
love
you
to go
love your
hang out
free
with
time
more
and hanging
than
out
your
with this
son.
dude here. Because
No.
you left Jason for 3 months
Why?
with your
Because
mom
he
and
can
me, so
provide
that I
better.
could take care of
Because
him
he's better.
and you
Look,
take
I
care.
never
What will you guys do? You guys move.
Let's get some order.
I just want to state that I have never, ever left my son and abandoned him, ever.
It doesn't end there, as Mr. Deggs says this is how he felt then and what he did afterward.
If I'm the father,
leaving,
it bothered me
finding
every
out.
day. You know, I had so many different
Yeah,
feelings.
but you
What did you
weren't
end
man
up
enough to do
deciding?
anything about it.
I still stayed with her. I stayed
You
with her.
stayed with her again.
Again, I stayed with her, moved us into a house, was working again.
To wrap up the case, the DNA test result reveals what this party has been expecting. However, the case takes on another turn because Judge Lauren couldn't let this slide.
Mr. Deggs, you are not the father.
And that's for the best. Honestly, it's for the best because he has only stayed this long so that he could get whatever benefit he's getting out of it.
Benefit?
But honestly,
What
Your
benefit
Honor,
am I getting?
Wait.
Taking
No.
care of a 3-year-old child.
I am disgusted that you would perpetrate this lie on this man during your entire pregnancy up through a delivery room, let him cut the cord on a baby. I know you know good and well that wasn't his child. I could tell by the look on your face today. He was more nervous than you were. Sometimes I have to get up here as a judge and give what I think, but right now, I'm gonna tell you what I think as a woman. Now, you sitting up there and you got a cute face, but you got ugly ways.
Ms. Robinson explains the status of her relationship with Mr. Smith as regards this paternity case.
I've been with Larry for 2.5 years. I gave him 3 beautiful children. For him to come and stand in here and tell me that he gonna deny my children is ruining my relationship.
So right now the relationship is in turmoil because he has these doubts.
Yes.
What's happening in the relationship?
He accused me of sleeping with everybody named Mama. Seriously.
Have you been accusing her of
No.
sleeping with everybody,
No,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Smith?
I don't accuse her with sleeping with everybody and her mama. It's only certain people I accuse her of sleeping with.
Okay, and who are those people? What's going on in the relationship?
Well, one situation, Your Honor, it's a neighbor upstairs. She came and got me from work one day. I hop out, he would confront me about a parking spot. So that was the first occasion that, you know what I'm saying, I had a doubt in my mind of what's
Wait,
going
he
on.
confronted you about a parking spot, so you
Yeah.
looked at her and said, you sleeping with him.
No, it's,
Yes. Yes.
understand.
Yes.
no,
Yes,
it's
Your
not.
Honor. Yes.
That's not the
Yes.
situation.
Mr. Smith makes some shocking allegations against Ms. Robinson, which confuses Judge Lauren.
And it was so petty. A week or so later, it was a letter in the mail saying that you need to be treated like a queen. I like the way you moan, coming from this neighbor upstairs.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
So you
I don't
actually
even know this
submitted
man.
that letter to the court.
Yes, I have.
And the letter said, hey, beautiful, I like the way you moan. You deserve to be treated like a queen. And it had his name and phone number.
Yes, Your Honor. How do he know how she moan? I mean, what's going
We
on
stay
with
in the
that situation?
family fat. What is you talking about? These walls is paper thin, okay?
Maybe this guy could hear you all having sex in your house because it's a two-family flat, or they're
That's
right
exactly
there.
what happens.
It's too much. Like she be leaving the doors open. Like the
Stop lying. You gonna
the
sit
side
here
door
and
and the
lie?
back door be open.
So you think that she's putting on a show, moaning extra loud, and showing out for this neighbor?
Just for the neighbor, you know?
And then he drops this bomb, which Miss Robinson clearly states is a lie.
Almost my brother, my friend. Like he come over there unannounced all the time, popping up all the time.
You was,
I don't even know.
hold on,
I
wait,
don't
no,
even-
you was lying. He came to the house one time looking for you,
He
and
came
that
over
was
there
it.
multiple times without me even knowing. I'm at
Oh,
work.
Lord.
Why?
You gonna sit here
Why?
and lie like
No,
that
sir.
in court?
No.
Seriously?
So wait a minute, let him testify as to what he believes.
Nah.
So you have a friend that's
Yeah.
kind of like your brother.
Yes, kind of like my
And
brother.
he came over and they're flirting, you said?
They flirt in my face.
No,
In my
what
face,
happened?
they flirt in my
I
face.
have never flirted with this man. I
Laughing,
barely even
giggling,
know him. He don't
talking
even
too
want me to
much.
be around his friends because
I be
he's
feeling
so
uncomfortable
insecure.
sometimes. I be having to cut into him like, man, what's up, bro? Say, like, if you walking with people, she supposed to walk with me. She walking with him.
Oh
Like,
my God.
There's been certain situations, like, I'm trying
Oh
to figure
my
out what's
God.
going on.
This is why Mr. Smith has doubts and keeps leveling allegations against Ms. Robinson.
I was incarcerated from the 20th of July to the 3rd. When I got out, we had sex one time. A week or so later, she tell me she 2 weeks pregnant.
So your real issue is the timeline.
The timeline.
And the window of conception.
Yes, ma'am.
And you submitted a calendar
Yes.
to the court. Let's review this calendar. So you went to jail
Yes, Your Honor.
over some parking tickets.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You were released on the 3rd, and then 1 week later on the 10th, she said she was 2 weeks pregnant.
Yes.
So if you count back 2 weeks, that was during the time that you were in jail for the parking ticket.
Yes, and that's why I have doubt.
Mr. Smith still insists the babies are his best friend's children, despite Ms. Robinson saying no, they aren't.
And you still believe, though, that these children could be your best friends.
They look just like him.
So when you look at the babies, you see your best friend and not you.
Look at that. You don't see the resemblance?
Okay.
Same eyebrows, same
They do.
eyes.
Okay,
Don't see
they
this?
look alike. But
I
that's
know
not
y'all
his
see it.
baby. I have not even slept with this
Come on
man.
now. When they flirtations toward each other, you popping up at my house at
Oh my God.
different hours of the time while I'm at work. Come on, man.
Wait, what? You say the friend's coming over your house while you're at work?
Multiple times.
Your friend came one time.
All right.
Mr. Phillip, who's the best friend in question, counters all of Mr. Smith's betraying accusations, and his testimony is consistent with Ms. Robinson's statements.
I don't know how that's possible, but
Exactly.
Well,
Say it
the
again.
truth is we know how it could be possible. And what we need to know is, have you had a relationship with Ms. Robinson? Have you been showing up over that house while Mr. Smith was at work?
all right, first off, it was one time.
Thank you.
And that's because when I get off work, I want to go party. He don't pick up his phone most of the time, so I pull up over there.
And we know it only takes one time to have a baby in this courtroom.
His insecurity is starting to get annoying because I can't even be left alone with her. Like,
You talking-
he go to the store, I go to the store. You feel me? I can't play cards with her. I can't do nothing.
Y'all too flirtatious, man. They too
I
flirtatious.
just-
It's
first
way
off,
more than that, man.
Me and Mr. Fuller.
No.
We have a-
he
we
trying to
only-
say this and trying to
we
say that
only
like he
kicked it
innocent,
one
but they
time
do
with
too much
him.
with each other,
With
man. They
him.
do too much. They
With
be
him.
too close to each other. I don't even like that.
After all had been said, the paternity test result reveals, and this happens.
Mr. Smith, you are the father.
Hey!
What are you feeling in this moment, Mr. Smith?
We been going through a lot of stuff, man. I'm feeling like, man, I'm just feeling relieved. We been going through a lot of stuff. And a lot of, I'm just glad that these are my babies and we can get this over with. And I apologize to you, and I apologize for being insecure and accusing you all the time. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart. You won't have to worry about it no more.
After Ms. Damon reveals the status of her relationship with Mr. Osborne, he makes this shocking confession that sends the court into an uproar.
We're living like roommates.
Really?
Yes. We're
So
not
it's
living
affected
like
the
a couple.
relationship
Yes.
that much?
Yes, Your Honor. We both have this doubt in the back of our mind. We don't speak of it, but it's there. We know it. I found out that I was pregnant. I told him, and we just both had like a look of fear in our eyes, like, what did we do?
Oh, really?
Yes.
I was waiting for you to say, and at that moment, we were so happy.
No.
You had a look of fear.
There was no happiness. It wasn't your average, jump up, enjoy, oh, we're expecting. No, not at all.
You had a look of fear, Mr. Osborne?
Yeah, Your Honor, because the day before she found out she was pregnant, I received text messages while I was at work from her best friend stating that she might be pregnant and that it's not mine.
Oh, are you holding those text messages right now?
Yes, Your Honor.
The evidence Mr. Osborne provides shows some shocking things, and here's Ms. Damon's reaction to it.
Jillian might be pregnant, and she said it's another guy's. Just thought I'd let you know. Also, she's been blank, guy 2, out in blank, and guy 3. But there are new people she's been blanking. So this is your best friend.
Ex-best friend.
So why would your friend take it upon herself to text message your boyfriend just to let him know that there are potentially 3 other guys you're sleeping with?
She did to me what I did to her. So it's out of spite. It's all out of spite. A spiteful person does that.
Oh, so you did this to her once upon a time?
Once upon a time, something similar.
So the best friends are getting back at one another. That's your testimony?
Basically, I mean.
Mr. Osborne goes on to explain how he felt when he got such news and what happened after.
No, there was no joy. It was more thinking in my head, are you gonna be stupid and try to step up and raise another man's child, or just dip out and run?
So why didn't you? Why didn't you just run? Why didn't you just say, I can't do this?
There is a chance that she is my child, and I grew up without a dad, and I didn't want her to grow up without a father. 50-50 chance, that's a good odd for me.
Well, if we do this math, it's more like 25%, because you would be number 4.
Yeah.
I'll say this, it's commendable what you did. Have you developed a relationship with Paisley? Were you there for the birth? Did you cut the cord? Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, I did cut the cord, and eventually I did sign the birth certificate.
Even with doubts?
Even with doubts.
Ms. Taylor, the ex-best friend in question, is brought to court to give her testimony.
She tried to mess up my relationship and things in my personal life, so out of spite, I told her boyfriend at the time what she had been doing.
So do you have any proof that she was sleeping with other men?
Yes, she told me in Facebook messages, and she told me in person.
Did you bring any of these messages?
Yes.
Ms. Taylor also includes evidence of Ms. Damon's cheating escapades.
Hate this stupid blank. That's referring to Mr. Osborne. I'm about to wait till he falls asleep and go to another guy's. You write back.
Really?
The next morning, did you go? She responds, yes, girl, I've been up all night. He's still sleeping. You also submitted another exchange between you and the plaintiff that says, if Elliot asks, I'm with you right now. That's what Ms. Damon said. And then you write back laughing, okay. Yeah. I mean, everybody in this gallery has either cheated or been cheated on. And this is classic cheating behavior.
Yeah, no,
If somebody asks you, I'm with you.
I had a lot going on at this time, so that message specifically was not about me being with any other man. The other ones are a different story, but that one, no.
And some more.
The different story was, you hate his stupid blank. And you about to wait until he falls asleep and go to another guy's house.
I can say anything when I'm mad. I can write anything over a Facebook.
Oh, so now
message.
you're saying you're angry.
I was probably angry at him, yes.
So
I know
Miss-
that you slept with multiple people and attempted to sleep with a fourth.
How do you know this, Miss Taylor?
I was there with her with one man.
Oh,
Oh, you were?
Yes.
so you
What happened?
condoning her cheating on me?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, probably because you was doing the same thing.
I was faithful to my man, but I supported her cheating on you very much so.
You were faithful? Okay.
I have no
You know?
recollection of this at all, like nothing.
You cheated on him. You told me you cheated on him, and I was around you with different guys.
I don't know what different guys this was. What?
So she told you what?
And finally, the DNA test result reveals
Mr. Osborne, you are the father.
Good for y'all.
I can see how much that meant to you, Mr. Osborne. That's your little girl. You relieved?
Yes. I'm happy. I love her. That's my little world right there.
Good. That's exactly the way it should be. And I'm happy that we could get clarity for Paisley.